Long before modern nations, political systems, or even the concept of borders as we know them, the world was shaped by the ambitions and vision of kings. These were men who wielded absolute power over entire civilizations, whose names would echo through history for millennia. These were not merely rulers. They were conquerors, lawgivers, and visionaries who commanded armies, shaped cultures, and influenced the very course of human civilization. Some inspired loyalty and devotion, building monumental structures, codifying laws, or spreading new religions and philosophies that defined their eras. Others struck fear into the hearts of their enemies, leaving behind legacies of war, conquest, and an unyielding ambition that reshaped the world map. From the deserts of Egypt, each king left an indelible mark, whether through brilliant military campaigns or unprecedented cultural achievements. In the mountains of Macedonia, young prodigies conquered vast territories, leaving legacies that define how empires are remembered and studied today. Across the steppes of Mongolia, warriors became immortalized through courage and sacrifice, their influence reaching across continents through strategic brilliance. Within the fertile lands of Mesopotamia, wise rulers established justice through groundbreaking administration, ensuring their impact on history was permanent. Their stories are filled with intrigue, triumph, and drama, inspiring awe and fascination even in modern times through their enduring influence. In exploring these lives, we glimpse the extremes of human ambition and the enduring quest for immortality through the impact they had on the world. These rulers did not simply inherit kingdoms, they forged them, reminding us that in the ancient world, power was absolute and its legacy unforgettable. Born to conquer, Alexander of Macedon looked upon a world he intended to unite under a single vision. Ascending the throne at just 20, he inherited not just a kingdom, but a legacy of unstoppable ambition. From the scorching dust of the Persian deserts, his name began to echo across the continents. He led his armies across impossible terrain, driven by a spirit that knew no boundaries. His empire stretched from the heart of Greece, through the sands of Egypt, and into the mysterious lands of India. But Alexander was more than a conqueror. He was a seeker of wisdom and a bridge between worlds. He founded cities that became beacons of culture, leaving the name Alexandria etched into the earth. To his men, he was a leader who shared their hardships and earned their eternal devotion. Though his life was brief, the world he left behind was forever transformed. Today, his legacy stands tall in the ruins of empires and the history books of every nation. Alexander the Great, the man who dreamed of the world and actually won it. Ramses II, often remembered as one of the greatest pharaohs in the history of ancient Egypt, ruled for an astonishing 66 years, leaving behind a legacy of monumental architecture, military triumphs, and political influence that shaped Egypt for centuries. Known as Ramses the Great, he was a master of both diplomacy and warfare, leading his armies into battles such as the famous confrontation at Kadesh, where he fought the Hittites in one of the largest chariot battles in history. But Ramses' genius extended far beyond the battlefield. His reign was marked by an unprecedented buildings, temples, statues, obelisks, and colossal monuments that celebrated both the gods and his own divine kingship, ensuring that his presence would endure long after death. The temples at Abu Simbel and the Ramesseum, with their towering statues and intricate carvings, were not just displays of wealth and power, they were messages of authority and legacy, designed to inspire awe and remind future generations of the pharaoh's might. Ramses also understood the importance of stability and governance, maintaining strong administration, trade, and relations with neighboring regions to secure Egypt's prosperity. Despite living over 3,000 years ago, his influence can still be seen today, as his monuments continue to captivate historians, archaeologists, and travelers. Ramses' life tells the story of a ruler who combined ambition, strategic brilliance, and an almost obsessive desire to leave a lasting mark on the world, proving that true power is measured not just by the lands you conquer, but by the legacy you carve into stone, culture, and memory. In every statue, every temple, and every inscription, the story of Ramses II endures, a testament to a king whose vision and courage made him legendary. From the frozen heart of the Mongolian steppes emerged a leader forged in hardship. Through blood and battle, he united the warring tribes, becoming Genghis Khan, the great Khan of all Mongols. His horsemen were a whirlwind of tactical brilliance, conquering the largest contiguous empire in history. Yet his legacy was more than war. He opened the Silk Road and established laws that brought order to the world. The spirit of the great Khan still rides across the plains, a visionary whose impact echoes through time. Ashoka, one of the most remarkable rulers in ancient history, began his reign as a fierce and ambitious conqueror. determined to expand the Mauryan Empire across the Indian subcontinent. His early years were marked by brutal campaigns, the most infamous being the bloody conquest of Kalinga, which left tens of thousands dead and countless more displaced. Yet, it was this very event that transformed Ashoka's life and his approach to leadership forever. Horrified by the immense suffering caused by his military victories, Ashoka embraced a new philosophy rooted in non-violence, compassion, and moral governance. Guided by the principles of Buddhism, he became a visionary ruler who sought not merely to expand territory but to cultivate peace, justice, and welfare for all his subjects. Across his empire, he promoted ethical governance, built hospitals, dug wells, planted trees along roads, and encouraged education and moral instruction, ensuring that prosperity was paired with humanity. Ashoka also became a great patron of Buddhism, sending missionaries across Asia to spread its teachings, forging cultural and spiritual connections that would influence generations far beyond India's borders. His edicts, inscribed on pillars and rocks throughout the empire, communicated his vision of Dharma-righteous living, tolerance, and respect for all life, and remain some of the most profound records of ancient ethical and political thought. Ashoka's transformation from ruthless conqueror to benevolent ruler is a testament to the power of reflection, empathy, and moral courage, showing that true greatness lies not only in the power one wields, but in how wisely and compassionately that power is exercised. Even today, he is remembered as a model of enlightened leadership, a king who turned the lessons of war into a legacy of peace, leaving behind an empire that thrived not only because of its wealth and size, but because of the ethical vision and humanity of its ruler. Cyrus the Great, the legendary founder of the Achaemenid Persian Empire, was not only a brilliant conqueror but also a visionary leader. His ideas about governance and tolerance set him apart from almost every ruler of his time. Rising to power in the 6th century BCE, Cyrus united the Persian tribes and launched campaigns that expanded his empire across vast territories. From Lydia to Babylon, he created one of the largest and most diverse empires the world had ever seen. Yet what made him truly remarkable was not just the lands he conquered, but the way he ruled them. He respected the customs and traditions of the people under his control, allowing them to govern themselves while maintaining loyalty. His conquest of Babylon is legendary not through destruction, but through diplomacy, presenting himself as a liberator rather than a tyrant. He famously allowed the Jewish people to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple, a gesture of unprecedented compassion. Cyrus also implemented sophisticated systems, appointing governors and promoting trade and communication across his vast domains. His combination of military genius and humane leadership created a model for future empires, from Alexander the Great to European kings. Even today, Cyrus is remembered as a ruler who understood that true power comes from respect, justice, and unity. His reign is a testament that leadership is most enduring when it balances strength with wisdom and ambition with human dignity. Hammurabi, one of the most influential rulers of ancient Mesopotamia, is remembered not only for his military conquests and the expansion of Babylon, but most importantly for creating one of the earliest and most comprehensive written legal codes in human history, the Code of Hammurabi. Rising to power in the 18th century BCE, Hammurabi transformed Babylon from a city-state into a dominant empire, uniting diverse peoples and regions under a central authority. But what set him apart from many rulers of his era was his vision for justice. He believed that order and prosperity could only be achieved if laws were clear, consistent, and publicly known. The code, inscribed on massive stone steles, covered nearly every aspect of daily life: trade, property, marriage, and criminal justice, establishing rules that were both protective and punitive, often guided by the principle of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. This was revolutionary because it made the law accessible to all, not just the elite, and set expectations for fairness and accountability, laying the groundwork for legal systems that would echo through the centuries. Hammurabi's governance combined strict enforcement with social responsibility. He sought to protect the weak, including widows and orphans, while maintaining the authority of the state. His code also reflected an advanced understanding of human behavior, economics, and society, showing that he was not only a warrior but a thoughtful administrator. The influence of Hammurabi's laws extended far beyond Babylon, inspiring later civilizations in lawmaking, governance, and justice. Today, when we think of legal codes, courts, or the rule of law, we are witnessing the legacy of a king who understood that lasting power comes not only from armies and conquests, but from creating systems that endure, regulate society, and shape civilization itself. Hammurabi's life and code stand as a testament to the idea that true leadership combines authority with fairness, strength with wisdom, and vision with the foresight to leave a structure that guides generations long after the ruler is gone. Leonidas I, the legendary king who symbolizes courage and sacrifice, ruled Sparta during a tumultuous era. Best known for Thermopylae, he faced the massive Persian army with a small elite force of Spartans and allied Greeks. Outnumbered by tens of thousands, Leonidas knew the stakes. It wasn't just survival, it was about inspiring unity across Greece. He chose the narrow pass at Thermopylae, neutralizing the Persian advantage with strategic brilliance and personal valor. For 3 days, his men held back waves of attacks, displaying discipline and an unwavering commitment to duty. They fought for the honor of Sparta and the freedom of Greece, knowing it would cost them their lives. His death was not a defeat, but a powerful resistance that galvanized the Greeks to eventually repel the invasion. Leonidas reminds us that true leadership is measured by the courage and moral strength you inspire in those who follow. He stands as the embodiment of the warrior king, fearless, principled, and eternally legendary. Tutankhamun ascended the throne of ancient Egypt at the tender age of 9, inheriting a kingdom filled with political intrigue and religious tension. Known today as the Boy King, Tutankhamun's reign may have been short, lasting less than a decade, but it has captured the imagination of the world. He is remembered for the treasures he left behind and the mysteries surrounding his life and death, navigating a world of centuries-old traditions. During his rule, he worked to restore stability after radical religious reforms, reinstating the worship of traditional Egyptian gods and the authority of the priesthood, all while navigating the complex web of court politics dominated by powerful advisors and family members. Maintaining a delicate balance of power, though young and inexperienced, Tutankhamun's reign offers a remarkable glimpse into the daily life, governance, and religious practices of Egypt at its height. What makes him legendary is the discovery of his tomb in the Valley of the Kings in 1922 by Howard Carter. It revealed an unprecedented wealth of artifacts, golden treasures, and intricate jewelry that provided a tangible connection to the splendor of ancient Egypt. The tomb's preservation brought to light the wealth of the pharaohs, their artistry, religious beliefs, and incredible cultural sophistication. Tutankhamun's story reminds us that even rulers who seem small in history can leave an indelible mark, captivating generations long after their reign. His life remains a window into divine kingship and the eternal fascination humanity holds for the secrets of ancient Egypt. Charlemagne, known as the Father of Europe, was a ruler whose vision, ambition, and leadership reshaped the continent. After the collapse of the Western Roman Empire, he forged a foundation for modern Europe that still resonates today. Ascending to the throne of the Franks in the late 8th century, Charlemagne expanded his kingdom through brilliant military campaigns. He united vast territories stretching from modern-day France into Germany, Italy, and beyond, creating a stable empire in a war-torn region. But his genius went beyond conquest. He was a statesman who understood that lasting power required more than just armies. It demanded law, education, culture, and religion. He reformed administration and standardized weights and measures. He introduced an organized system of governance through appointed local counts, ensuring his empire functioned efficiently across thousands of miles. Charlemagne was also a passionate patron of learning, initiating the Carolingian Renaissance, which revived classical knowledge and promoted literacy. He encouraged the creation of schools and libraries, laying the groundwork for Europe's intellectual development for centuries to come. He worked closely with the Church, promoting Christianity while balancing political authority with the papacy. This culminated in his coronation as Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III in 800 CE. This moment symbolized the fusion of religious and political power and the rebirth of a Western empire. Charlemagne's legacy is measured not only in the lands he ruled, but in the cultural and legal frameworks he left behind. His life demonstrates that true leadership combines military skill, vision, and the wisdom to inspire progress. He remains a towering figure in history, a transformative force whose influence helped define the Europe we know today. The stories of these ancient kings, from the brilliant conquests of Alexander the Great and the monumental achievements of Ramses II, to the ruthless strategy of Genghis Khan and the enlightened governance of Ashoka, remind us that leadership in the ancient world was a complex blend of ambition, vision, courage, and sometimes moral responsibility. Each ruler, in his own way, reshaped the course of history, some through conquest and expansion, others through law, culture, or faith, and some through a combination of all three. Their triumphs and failures offer timeless lessons about power, the ability to unite people, inspire loyalty, innovate in governance, and leave a mark that outlives one's own life. Even kings who lived thousands of years ago continue to influence modern politics, military strategy, law, and culture, demonstrating that the ripples of leadership extend far beyond the throne. Whether through monumental architecture, codified laws, the spread of religion, or legendary acts of courage, these rulers carved their presence into human history, creating legacies that continue to fascinate, educate, and inspire. Their stories teach us that power is fleeting if not wielded wisely, and greatness is measured not merely by the size of an empire, but by the enduring impact one leaves on the world. In reflecting on these kings, we see a shared human desire to achieve, to lead, and to be remembered, a reminder that ambition tempered with vision and courage can shape civilizations, influence generations, and echo through time long after a king has left the throne. The legacy of these ancient rulers is more than history. It is a living testament to humanity's endless quest for power, wisdom, and immortality through deeds, ideas, and inspiration.